We'll get through tonight, but the tough part will be the days to come.
The superintendent of Andrews offering hope tonight after a horrific school bus crash on I-20 in Big Spring. The accident killed 2 people. These jarring images from News West 9 viewers. You can see the fiery remains of a truck that slammed into a school bus, a Andrews school bus. State troopers say the Ford F-350 was driving the wrong way down the interstate when it hit the bus head on. It then slammed into another school bus behind it, but only caused minor damage to the second bus. Now, let's take a look at what we know so far. Here's what we know. There were 3 adults and 25 students on the first bus. It was carrying band members. One of the adults on the school bus died, along with the driver of the pickup. Neither has been identified yet. Officers are still notifying their families first. And here's a look at the medical helicopters at the scene. They were evacuating the injured. State troopers tell us the adult on the school bus who later died was on there, and 2 students. They were all flown to from the scene to Lubbock. The students are in critical but stable condition. Another adult and 11 students were taken to the hospital in Big Spring to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Now, the students who were not injured were taken to the Big Spring Athletic Training Center. Sammy Steele joins us live with what went on there and has some reaction tonight. Sammy.
Yeah, Crystal, I mean, there are still students here that are being interviewed by DPS. And while these kids were waiting, I mean, I have to tell you, the community of Big Spring, they stepped up in a big way. There was one car after the next tonight dropping off food and drinks for the students, at least 10 or so truckloads worth of snacks, water, soda, pizza, candy, you name it. Big Spring's Mayor Thompson, well, he says while Andrews and Big Spring, they might be rivals on the field, tonight they were just neighbors helping neighbors.
Our hearts go out to the families of everyone involved, especially those that have been hurt or have tragically been lost. You know, it's heartbreaking when something like this happens to a community, and I'm just glad that Big Spring was able to step up and support our neighbors.
Andrews ISD superintendent tells us they are offering counseling to students and will continue to offer counseling as we head into the school week. Now, something else to note here, the superintendent, he was about 15 cars behind the crash when it happened, and he actually came up on the scene. Now, we asked the superintendent and other people here from Andrews, what do they need from the community? And the answer was simple. They need prayer. And so tonight, all of us are lifting the Andrews community up in prayer. Reporting live in Big Spring, I'm Sammy Steele. Back to you, Crystal.
Thanks, Sammy. The bus was heading to Andrews' second-round playoff game before the crash. Corey Mose has more on how this accident impacted the on-field activities. Corey.
You're right, Crystal. Those band students were preparing to cheer on their football team tonight. But after their accident, both Andrews and Springtown High School decided to just cancel the game and drive back to Big Spring to help their fellow classmates.
We're just on the field warming up, and Coach Mason said, gave us a little bit of details about had an accident involving some of their band, their school, and you know they needed an evening to figure some things out, and so we're gonna give them that and go from there. It's for first of all the community of Andrews, and you know their people, their school, their the whole town. You know, tragic event, and so just worried about them, and you know, and then we'll go on from there.
Now, at this time, we do not have a rescheduled time and date for the game, but once we do get that information, we'll make sure to update you. And also, we've been getting a lot of messages about how you can help out. Once we get notified on how the district wants that support, we'll be sure to let you know. But in the meantime, I'll toss it back over to you, Crystal.